What's up, Knights? No big grand adventure this weekend. The weekend after Christmas, we're all just trying to, I guess, de-escalate our minds a bit from all the Christmas joy and cheer or stressfulness. It's actually Friday right now. I'm shooting this video on Friday. Me and my girl might go do something tomorrow after we both get off work. Not too sure yet. If we do, I'll try to add something about that in the video, but I really don't think we are. I think we're just going to kind of chill and relax because it's been a very eventful past couple days. But let's talk about life for a second. Let's talk about life. I'm really trying to work on a couple different things. One, accountability. Two, patience. I'm still working on patience. So accountability, patience, and self-control. I'm really trying to work on self-control because I've always struggled with that. I always have. Like I told you before, I've been a drug addict multiple times in my life. Twice I've been a drug addict, like on hardcore drugs, 2 different times, 2 different drugs. 3 times, you count the time I did cocaine, but that only lasted for a little bit of time. Or the time you count ecstasy, that lasted for a couple months, but I don't really consider that an addiction. So it wasn't super long term. But I've also been an alcoholic, and I've been through all these different problems, and I've worked through them all, and I've overcame them. But I still find myself lacking discipline in certain areas. So I'm really trying to get past that. This morning I woke up, day after Christmas, not wanting to get up. I got up, went to the gym, worked out, hit the sauna, got out, went home, ate some protein, drank some water, hopped in the shower, took a shower, then did some cold exposure afterwards. Okay, that cold exposure sucked, but I had to have the discipline to do it. Today, I'm going to spend no money at all. No money will be spent today whatsoever, okay? I'm just going to rock it with what I have, the resources I have currently. I'm not going to spend any money. I'm going to pull some money out for rent, but that's it. I'm not even technically spending that money today. Just going inside my rent envelope for rent day, which is the 1st, all right? So I'm not actually going to spend any money today. That's my discipline. I'm going to read today. That is my discipline. I want to start reading in the evenings. I successfully read once last week in the evening right before bed. I want to start doing that more. I got to apply the discipline to that, though. There's lots of areas in my life I need to apply more discipline, more self-control. I still be drinking here and there, and I want to cut that out because it's not helping my midsection. It's not helping that, and it's not helping my mind. Okay, that's another key note. It's not helping my mind. But it's not helping our bodies or mind we should get rid of. Plain and simple. All right, we got to be self-sufficient, disciplined, and we have to remain accountable. All right, accountability. It's up to me to fix my life. It's up to me to better myself. It's up to me to fix anything that I cause, and I need to own these things. If you're wrong about something, you need to be like, all right, I was wrong. These are all things that we have to do in order to be our best selves. All right. And also, like last video, I was talking about masculinity. These are like key notes of a masculine person is remaining accountable, having drive, actually knowing your purpose and passion and, having the drive to fulfill this purpose and to work with, purpose and actually like know you're doing something, no matter how difficult it is or no matter how much it looks like you're not achieving anything. Keep at it. Keep doing things. That, remain accountable. Speaking when you're sure of something and not just rambling on or just talking to fill the void. No, you're talking because people need to hear you. This is stuff that you are certain about. This is something that not something like, oh, well, I believe that this happened, so I'll go ahead and talk about it. No, you got to know it without any doubts. Not the believe. No, you got to believe. And that is very important. These are all masculinity key notes. And also key notes of just being a good motherfucking human. Okay? We need to be good people. Okay, that's so freaking simple to be a good person. And that's something I struggled with for years. All right, for years, I was a loser and I was an asshole. Okay, and I'm not no more. I'm not a loser and asshole, but I used to be such a big asshole. I didn't care about nobody but myself. Nobody but myself. And I also couldn't even take care of myself or anything around me because I was a freaking loser. Right? I started realizing when I had to start caring for other people, my father had 2 heart attacks in one day. Whole life changed at that point. I was a caregiver after that point for years until I believed he was good enough health-wise for me to leave. He still needs help, but luckily he has paid help now, which is great. You know, his neighbor actually helps him. That is amazing. I'm really happy about that. But for 5 years, I was that caregiver, and that taught me that I have to care for other people. I can't just care about myself. And even during that time period, I was still caring about myself way more than I was anybody else. And that's just wrong. Okay, we need to care about other people. We need to be accountable for other people just as much as ourselves. Now, yeah, we can't try to change other people. We're not that kind of accountable. Everyone has their life tasks, and we have ours. So for me, my life task is to write books, help the people I care about, take care of myself and level myself up, live my life to the fullest, remain accountable, speak when I know what I'm talking about, when I have a reason to speak, live my life with purpose, and go out there and enjoy and benefit from this life and the world around me, and try to help other people benefit in their lives. I want to help everybody in this world better themselves. So I have to keep bettering myself in the process. I have to rehash old things I don't want to rehash. I have to go back and remember things I don't want to remember, so I can reflect upon them. Right now, I am working on a self-help book, right? It is a very slow process because I do not know what I'm doing when it comes to writing this thing most of the time. Honestly, I find myself erasing paragraphs upon paragraphs, chapters to restart and write. I want to write something that's more nitty gritty, more like this is my story and this is like how you can improve yourself, how I improve myself. I want to do that. And to do that, I have to talk about little stories that I don't really want to talk about. But we're talking about them. I'm talking about them in the book, and I'm writing these things down. I'm reflecting. Nothing we have to do in life is reflect upon what we've been through, and we have to learn from that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm reflecting a lot these days. I'm trying to realize where I need to step the fuck up. Because it's too much of my life I've not stepped up where I need to. It's not even a need, it's a want. It's a need, but it's also a want. I want to step up. So I'm out here trying to visualize what the steps I need to take. And accountability, patience, discipline, these are 3 things I need every single day in order to step up and level myself up. So these are the 3 main things I am working on right now. And discipline, discipline's a hard one. I tell you what, I hate controlling myself, but I'm trying to control myself more, and I really am. And side note, my hair looks great today. Okay. I'm really trying to focus in on this, and I can keep rambling about this, but it's not gonna get me nowhere. I'm just talking to myself at this point. I should be talking to y'all. Exercise for y'all. Here's an exercise that y'all should do, right? Pick one thing that's not good for you. One thing. That's for the mind or the body. Either one. Pick one thing, get rid of it. Use the discipline to get rid of it. That's my exercise for y'all now. Right? Second exercise, go out there and do something that's uncomfortable. Go out and talk in public. Go try to sell something. Right? Go help somebody on the side of the street because you see they're struggling, but you don't even want to because you don't know them. Help somebody. Do something that you find uncomfortable that could be good for you or the people around you. These are 2 exercises I want y'all to do. Get uncomfortable and get rid of something that is not good for you. For me, I'm trying to get rid of more junk food. That's me right now. I'm getting rid of junk food. I'm trying to drink a lot less than I used to. I'm trying to eat more natural, healthy food. Right? More steak, more red meat, more vegetables. Right? Some grains here and there, some dairy products. I'm trying to eat more home-cooked meals. I just got a brand new wok and some brand new omelet pans. So I'm fixing to be making a lot of good food. I might even show y'all some clips of some food later. I'm not too sure. But for now, I'm going to wrap up this part of this video and figure out if there's going to be more to this video or not. If not, you'll see me just in a couple seconds saying, keep growing how you need to grow. All right, I'll catch y'all in here just a little bit. All right, so it is now the next morning. It is Saturday morning. I am outside of my Saturday job. I just pulled in, and I told y'all I wasn't going to spend any money yesterday. Well, I spent some money yesterday. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I bought some beer, and I justified buying this beer. This is what I messed up at. I justified buying the beer. That is wrong. I justified it by saying, hey, I worked on doing some door dashing today, which is I haven't done door dashing in like 3-4 years. Yesterday's the first time I've done door dashing in years. And in an hour, I made like $30, you know. That's pretty good. I was pretty happy about that. I said, you know what? I made $30. I can spend like $10 on beer. That was the mistake, Knights. That was a mistake. I'm owning my mistake to y'all and myself right now. I should not have justified purchasing beer because I made some extra money. So now really I only netted $20 for an hour. You know, I made $30 that hour, but I only actually netted 20 after spending $10. That's ridiculously, and I'm not happy with myself about that. But I'm recognizing that I messed up. I'm recognizing and owning that I should not be justifying the purchasing of beer because I want the dopamine kick of the beer. I'm going to work on that. That is my goal to work on. I am visualizing an alcohol-free life, and I know that I have to work on not justifying purchasing alcohol. So and we're not talking about this door dashing real fast. So I really enjoyed this door dashing. Okay, so I picked a nice area of town. You know, there wasn't any bonus pay like there was in a section next to where I was. Section next to me wasn't the greatest section. It was a bonus pay of $2.50 per delivery. I didn't do that. I did the other section, but still, I made some pretty good orders. I saw some beautiful places, some beautiful neighborhoods. I went into some nice restaurants I didn't even know about. I was like, hey, this is kind of nice. You know, it's nice, almost like an adventure, almost. Honestly, it's not an adventure, but it's almost like an adventure. And I got to make some extra money. And a key thing here, one of the reasons I never like doing DoorDash is because it's so uncomfortable having to go in, get the food, and go to someone's house, knock on the door, like, here you go. Like, I always hated that. To me, that was such an uncomfortable thing to do, especially in my hometown where I knew people. Out here, I don't know people, so it's a little less uncomfortable, but still, it's still uncomfortable. But I'm trying to push myself to do more things that are uncomfortable. And that is one of the things. I pushed myself last night to DoorDash for an hour. It's not a big achievement, but it's a little achievement. And we got to count the little wins. You know, a fire is started by lighting some hay, and then some sticks, and then some branches, and then some logs, and next thing you know, the whole tree's in there. And that is how we should operate our life. We should be counting each level, each little win. You know, I did something uncomfortable yesterday. I went door dashing, and I am proud of that. I'm happy for myself for doing that. Not happy about the justification I did afterwards, but I'm happy I did that. But after all that was over, I then made a delicious steak dinner, and it was amazing. It was some ribeye steaks. They were beautiful, and I made some eggs with it, and some macaroni and cheese with little bits of ham in there and chicken. Woo! It was delicious. Brought some to my girlfriend because she was working at the time. You know, a couple of minutes down the road. Brought that to her. Had a great night. It was a very good night. Played a little bit of Outer Worlds 2. Yes, sir. Today, I'm going to get done with this job here. I'm going to do my little Saturday job, a little 3-hour shift, no big deal. And I'm going to go and I'm going to work on the designs for my newest kids book I'm working on. It's called The King and the Two Stars. It is a adorable little kids book about seeing the potential in others and the potential in yourself. I'm going to work on the character designs of this, and then I'm going to possibly go to the arcade. Not too sure. I might hang out at the house. My girlfriend's still a little bit sick. She's feeling better than she has been. She's still a little bit sick, so I want to make sure we do something that's fun for her, but also not something that's too strenuous because she is still under the weather, and I don't want her getting more sick, but I still want her having fun. So I'm going to see what she wants to do, and, you know, I'll tell you all about it here in a little bit. All right, so what we did was we went bowling. I actually put the clip in the beginning of the video that we went bowling. It wasn't that much. It was a fun time. You know, we played a couple games. You know, it was fun. They had a little miniature arcade over there. We went around and played a couple games of that too. It was a good time. It was good time nights. So I'm pleased with this weekend. Not pleased with that justification I was telling y'all about, but I am pleased that I owned it. I am going to continue owning my mistakes and working on myself. And I hope you all keep working on yourselves. Own your mistakes. Stay disciplined. I need to stay disciplined. That is what needs to be done. And I'm not going to keep trying to feel better. I'm going to get better. All right? That's a revelation I had yesterday. That me and a lot of people in my family, we just feel better. We try to feel better. We never try to get better. And I've been getting better because I want to feel better. And I've been trying to feel better through getting better. And I don't want to just feel better. I don't want to get better just to feel better. I want to get better to get better. So that's what I'm working on as well. Accountability, patience, self-control, aka discipline, and just all around getting better, not just feeling better. So tonight, I hope y'all enjoyed this ranting video. Yes, it was another ranting video, I know. I'm not gonna work on those as much, but hey, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I will see y'all in the next video. Have a wonderful day, nights. Keep growing how you need to grow. Stay noble and live that noble lifestyle. Yes, sir.